Hello everybody, welcome to Math 1350, more on math, Chapter 4, Section 1. Section 1 deals with divisibility. Divisibility simply means how many times does one number fit into another. By fit, routine is a multiple of. For example, 4 divided by 2 says is asking how many times does 2 fit into 4. Since 4 is made up of 2 times 2, the 2's cancel, so we know it goes in there 2 times. The same symbols can be written this way. 2 goes into 4 twice with 0 remainder. There's also another way we can write this, is this. Right. That symbolism is used to represent how many times does A go into B. This read A is divided into B. Right. So for any number, for example, up ahead, on the one we just had, 2 goes into 4. This is the A, this is the B. So 4 equals 2 times n. N is some multiple. Is there 2? Yes. So if n equals 2, then 4 equals 2 times 2. So that's how that symbol's read. Alright, so it's A divided into, or A is a factor of B. Particularly here, A is the 2. It is a factor, so 2 times 2 equals 4. Or B is a multiple of A. In other words, some number times A gives us B. So there are divisibility rules that we're going to go through first. And let's look at these. I'll have these on the attachment as well. Rule 1. Every number is divisible by 1. That's just the general statement. Every number is divisible by 1. Divisible by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is divisible by 2. So no matter how big your number is, 5,286,198, you only look at the last digit. Is 8 divisible by 2? 8 divided by 2 is 4. As long as there's no decimal, yes. So that means this whole number is divisible by 2. Divisible by 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of all the digits is divisible by 3. For example, let's look at 483. Is that number divisible by 3? Well, add up all the digits. 4 plus 8 plus 3. 4 plus 8 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Is 15 divisible by 3? Yes. So that means this number is divisible by 3. Divisible by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the last two digits of the number are divisible by 4. If it makes a number that's divisible by 4. So let's look at 484. The last two digits. Is 84 divisible by 4? Or is 84 divisible by 4? Yeah. 4 goes into 8 twice. 4 goes into 4 once. Yeah. So that means this whole number is divisible by 4. So for divisible by 4 is just look at the last two digits. Is that a number? Divisible by 5, just look at the last digit. If the last digit is a 5 or a 0, then it's divisible by 5. For example, this one here, 484, is not divisible by 5 because the last number is not a 5 or a 0. Neither is 7. Divisible by 6. It has to be divisible by both 2 and 3. So in other words, divisible by 2 means the last number is a number that's divisible by 2. It's an even integer. And the sum of all the numbers is divisible by 3. So to be 6, it has to be divisible by both of those. So let's look at 483. 4 plus 8 plus 3 equals 15. 15 is divisible by 3. But the last digit is not an even integer, or 0. So this number is not divisible by 6. Divisible by 7. This is an interesting one, because to be divisible by 7, you have to look at a series of events. To be divisible by 7, your number, let's look at 482. But this one says, take the last digit, which is 2, and multiply it by 2. So you get 4. Take the last digit, multiply by 2. That's what this says. And subtract from the remaining numbers. The remaining numbers is 48. So 48 minus 4 is 46. Repeat until you have a single digit. Well, this one won't be able to, because you take the last digit. 6 times 2 is 12. Well, see. 6 times 2 is 12. 46 minus 12 is 34. 4 times 2 is 8. 34 minus 8 is 26. Take the last digit. 6 times 2 is 12. 26 minus 12 is 14. 4 times 2 is 8. So 14 minus 8 is 6. 6 is not 7 or 0. So it's 482 is not divisible by 7. Again, it's a long drawn out process, but it's the same thing. Take the last digit, multiply by 2, subtract the number from what's there. Number divisible by 8. If the last 3 digits is a number that's divisible by 8. Now, if it's a 3-digit number, then you're just looking at that. But in order to be divisible by 8, the first thing you have to look at is the last number, last digit, an even integer. Must be even just to start. Even or 0, because it is possible for the last digit to be 0. In other words, if you have an odd digit, it's a last digit number, it's not divisible by 8. Divisible by 9. The sum of all the digits is divisible by 9. Again, 1,251. 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8, is 9 divisible by 9? Yes. So this number is divisible by 9. Divisible by 10. The last digit is a 0. If the last digit is not a 0, it's not divisible by 10. You'll have a decimal. We're looking for evenly divisible for all these. Remember the trouble we had with 7? 11 is the same thing. Numbers divisible by 11 if the sum of the digits in the even spaces minus the sum of the digits in the odd spaces is divisible by 11. Three, 5, 1, 7, 2, 6. Let's look at that number. Is that number divisible by 11? So, the second, the fourth, the sixth. Let's look at those. You have 3 plus 1 plus 2 is 6. Minus these numbers, the sum of those numbers. 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 5 is 18. We're looking for the absolute value. We don't care if it's positive or negative. So 18 minus 6 is 12. Is 12 divisible by 11? No. So that number is not. That's all it says is, are those numbers divisible by 11? Or is it 0? For example, 121. Is that divisible by 11? Well, 1 plus 1 is 1. Minus 2 is 1. So that remainder is 1. And this sum is divisible by 11. So yeah, it is. We know it's. No, it's not. It's 121. It's not divisible by 11. So there's that. The number is divisible by 12 if the number is divisible by both 3 and 4. It's divisible by 3 if the sum of all the digits is divisible by 3. That's divisible by 3. So if that's the case, then you go on. It's divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits is divisible by 4. If both of those are true, then it works. Let's see. Let's think of a number here. 5124. Divisible by 3. We have to add up these numbers. 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 5 is 10. So, is 12 divisible by 3? Yeah, so it's divisible by 3. Check. The last two digits. Is 24 divisible by 4? Yeah, so 2 goes in there, 12, so it's 6. So 5124 is divisible by 12. And the last one, divisible by 13. A number is divisible by 13 if the sum of 4 times, sum means adding, 4 times the last digit and the remaining digits is divisible by 13. You keep on doing this until you have a 2-digit number. So let's look at 5124. Let's look at that one. If the sum of 4 times the last digit, so 4 times 4, the last digit's 4, times 4 equals 16. The sum, add 16, since we used 4 here, we have 512. So 512 plus 16 is 528. Okay, so here, let's take 8. 8 times 4 is 32. So 32 plus 52 is 84. This is a 2-digit number. Is 84 divisible by 13? 4, 8. Nope. So 5124 is not divisible by 13. Alright, so let's look at the homework assignments. I hope this helped.